Are you guys ready to laugh or what? You guys ready for some funny stuff? Okay. All right, we definitely want to fill up the seats if we can. If anybody wants to come on up and, be the brave souls in the front row. I know it's always tough in a comedy club to be in the front row because every once in a while the comedians notice your presence. But I want to personally thank you guys for coming out tonight. I'm Doug. Doug's on Main Street, and we're here for a really good cause. One of the reasons that myself and my family went into this business was to give us a vehicle and a means to kind of affect change within the community. And one of the ways that we can do that is by supporting all the local charities and not-for-profits. And right now, I'm going to bring up the director of the UCS Summer Client Camp. They're the ones that we're benefiting tonight. And I just want to introduce you guys to this gentleman, let him talk about the camp a little bit. And we do have some raffle tickets we're going to be selling. They may be being sold right now by Lindsay. We've got a $25 Carmody's gift certificate, a $25 Doug's gift certificate, and a $50 Visa gift card that we're raffling off. So what do we settle on for prices, Lindsay?
$1 a piece or 6 for $5.
Okay, so there you go. That money's all going to be going to the UCS Summer Client Camp tonight, and so we want to make sure we raise lots of dough for them. Their funding was cut by the state, but right now I want you guys to give a warm round of applause to Mr. Howie Wright, director of the camp. Come on up, Howie.
Thank you very much, Doug. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I know it's not the greatest of nights to be out, but I really do appreciate it. Doug touched on the summer camp. 3 years ago, the state cut funding for the camp. Now, this summer camp is actually the only thing that a lot of the clients who United Counseling works with, that is the only thing they get to look forward to. I mean, everybody here tonight, if we feel like going out and having a good time, we can just get in our car and come to Doug's, enjoy a comedy club, good company, have a few beers and laugh. The clients that we work with, they cannot drive. They're very limited on what they can do, where they can go. So this camp, actually what they will tell you is, this is what they look forward to every year. This is it, their vacation. They can go off and they can do things that we take for granted. I know in the past, before I got involved in this camp, I took a lot for granted because I was just always able to. What everyone is doing here tonight is tremendously appreciated. I mean, it is huge. I just can't explain well enough the impact that you're all making here tonight. When we started fundraising, I don't know if any of you have really had a chance to go out and be responsible for fundraising. It is difficult because it's very time consuming, but it's worth everything. I've had a few friends this past summer, they were just, quite frankly, sitting at a golf course having a few beers, and they called me up and said, hey, why don't you come on down? We're going to have a golf tournament this year, and we're going to give you some money for your camp. Well, that's the kind of cool thing. Now, my niece, Lindsay Gardner, I'm sure some of you know Lindsay. She has been a guest bartender here. Not because she's my niece, but she's really special. She helped out with that golf tournament. She came up and she was telling Doug about it. And I kid Doug now, Doug has actually adopted our cause. And I'll tell you, this is really cool. It makes it fun. Fundraising is fun if it's done right. And when it's for a really good cause, it's even better. Doug, we still have a few cool things that we're talking about to keep fundraising. So I just want to sincerely thank everybody here tonight. I really want to thank Doug. I mean, this is outrageous to me. This is unbelievable to, right out of the blue, have somebody jump in and make such a big impact on our fundraising. So thank you, everybody. Enjoy it tonight. Have a great time. Thank you. Thank you, Doug.
All right, let's show Howie some love. Come on, guys. And really show him love by buying those raffle tickets. And And let's get this show on the road. Our comedian slash MC that's going to be manning the mic for the rest of the evening. Let's hear it right now for Mr. Chad Smith.
Yeah. Hey everybody. Can you guys hear me? Is this thing even on? Is it on now? Yeah? Alright. Alright, well what a good cause. And a bit of a downer as an opener to a comedy show. But it was good. I was tearing up backstage going, holy fuck, stop talking to me. Yeah. It's good to be here at Doug's, man. How are you guys feeling tonight? Like, thanks for coming out. It's a shit night out there, so well done. Really, well done. It's funny, I was just backstage and I noticed that at Doug's on Main bathroom, it's just an open door policy in there, man. It's just come as you are. It's like you walk in, there could be someone shitting, you don't know. It's like you're essentially just walking into a little mini prison cell. Like, it's like, hey, what's up? Like, I was trading smokes for toilet paper back then. Yeah. Like, when those bathrooms were designed, were the proprietary, like, is there, Doug, were you saying, like, people will love shitting in public? This is something that's gonna take off. We're gonna come in here in a few months, there's gonna be a lineup of just toilets right there, just shitting like a big poo-pee party all over this place. That joke goes a lot better when there's actually a toilet back there. I like that. Yeah. All right, so my name is Chad Smith. We've got a great night lined up for you guys. I just started doing comedy. Am I being too loud? Because I have a tendency to do that, but good? Yeah? Okay. I've been doing comedy for about a year now, which in the comedy world is about 12 months or so. And which is to say I haven't really been doing it really that long. It's been, you know, I'm pretty much a newcomer to it. It's a lot of fun, but I've done a lot of shows in the past in Vermont. And in Vermont, if you want to do comedy, you end up doing it at a lot of coffee shops. It's not always a fun place like Doug's on Main. It's places in Montpelier where it's just people eating muffins and drinking coffee and no alcohol's involved, and they really would rather do anything else than listen to you tell jokes. But you do it, you pay your dues. And as a result of that, you end up dying on stage quite a bit. Like, I mean, let's be honest, I've been fucking run out of places before. But it's, as a result of that, I compiled a little bit of a list of things that I came up with over the last year, things that are appropriate to do in a coffee shop, bits, and things that aren't so appropriate to do in a coffee shop. So, and I thought I'd share those with you guys tonight as kind of a startup thing. So yes, it is hilarious. Okay, hold on. I brought a flip chart because I'm stupid and can't remember stuff. All right. Now, if you can't read this, it says it's crooked because I'm lazy, and it says the Chad Smith Guide to Vermont Coffee Shop Humor. Yeah. So, one joke that always gets a good response in coffee shops is you can make jokes about potholes. People fucking eat this stuff up. Have you noticed the latest pothole on Main Street is so deep you can drive? People like are spitting their scones and chai lattes all over the fucking coffee shop when you're talking about potholes. So you see, this guy's happy. He's happy. Potholes, hilarious. Now, not so approved of a joke topic. Did the camera get that? I hope they have the little blurry things for the cable show. Interracial prison shower gang rape. I made a joke about this, and to be honest, the interracial thing doesn't really make a difference. It could be Latino on Latino action, white on white, it doesn't really matter. It's just the whole, I think, this part. Not really great, not really a great topic for coffee shops. So you see the guy's sad down there, that's not approved. Unapproved topic? Sudoku. Hilarious. I'm so addicted to Sudoku, I fucking love it so much. You're so funny, oh my god, give me another espresso. So hilarious. You see how happy that guy is? Sudoku makes him happy. Now I said, wow, Sudoku's a pretty funny word, man. That's a funny ass word. I'm gonna make a funny word joke too, because I'm so clever. So I made a joke. I told you, the cable guy, I'm like, holy fuck, this has to be edited a lot. I can hardly wait to see a number flashing beneath me for to donate money. Bukkake. Now, if you don't know what this word means, don't run to your smartphone and look it up. Stay away from the internet. Don't do shit. Just relax in the knowledge that you're a good person. And just carry on. You know what I mean? Like, you're good. You're better than everyone that's laughing right now. If you're going, what the fuck is he talking about? Yeah. And I see there's shit all over the face. That's from it. Yeah, anyway. So, another approved topic. Local politics. Did you hear Governor Shum's nose is so big? Who fucking cares? But in coffee shops, man, they think it's just the funniest stuff ever. We've been to coffee shops. You talk about local politics and people laugh, right? I'm not that smart. I just don't have local politics jokes in my repertoire. But I do have jokes about, and let me tell you, these jokes do not fly. These are just jokes you stay the hell away from. These aren't funny in any situation. In fact, when I did jokes about this guy went from this to, he was like, did he just make a joke about, yeah. So that's not approved, safe to say. Stay the hell away from that topic. A few more. Approved? Sox versus Yankees. Hey, hilarious jokes. A-Rod's so fucking gay. Like, I don't know, is this a Yankees bar or a Red Sox bar? Red Sox, okay, good, Red Sox bar. I can talk to you people. So, I hope that doesn't poison me for the Yankees fans in the audience. So, Sox versus Yankees, yes, you're hilarious. All right, not approved? Japanese shit-eating website jokes. Now, let's not to say that Japanese shit-eating websites aren't hysterical in their own right, because let's be honest, if they're funny, like, it's hilarious. But people don't want to be eating their scones and their blueberry fat-free muffins and shit and to listen to me talk about this stuff. It's just not cool. Another cool topic is the L word. This is my last one, the L word. Being a lesbian, the lesbian show, whatever. It's awesome, people joke about it, a great state, we're very accepting here. Now, jokes you can't make are jokes about the N-word. That's not funny in any situation, let me tell you that right now. So stay away from that. In fact, the coffee shop was more like this. Like they were angry lines, that's how I got ran out of there. But anyway, so that's my short little guide to you future comics out there that want to do something funny in coffee shops. There's your guide. I just wrote all your jokes for you, for God's sakes. All right, so I'm going to get rid of that and replace it with something more pleasing to the eye. So tonight we have actually three, because I'm doing the set as well, which is just so funny to fucking die. That's right. That's what you'll be doing. That. So the first comic tonight, actually, so we have Pat Lynch and Nathan Hartwig. Nathan Hartwig, who I'm not going to say headliner because we've stopped kind of using that term, but let's be honest, he's going last. He's the headliner. He recently won the Higher Ground Comedy Battle. So if he's not really funny, it's awesome. It's a huge battle. There was tons of people in it. Nathan was the winner. And this guy was not the winner. The next guy coming up. Him and I didn't even make the finals. So really, you're laughing for losers. But that's okay. We like that. So our next comic is one of my favorite comics in Vermont. He's awesome. I'm going to bring him up here. Super good guy. His name is Pat Lynch. Woo!
Chad Smith, right there. Woo! You have not heard the last of him tonight, unless you have left. Congratulations. But thank you guys for coming out. I know it is absolutely lousy outside. It took us, week and a half, I think, to get here tonight. It was great. But no, I want to sort of take us on a journey now. We're going to go fast forward to a time later in this year when the weather's going to be much nicer. It's going to be summertime. It's going to be yard sale season, or if you're lazy people like me, just throw free shit on your lawn season. That's kind of what we do. But if you're like me, and you're shopping for bargains, free bargains on the lawns, you got to know the difference between the good free stuff and the bad free stuff. And I'm going to help you out with this tonight. Free couches, chairs, dresser drawers, stuff like that. That is the good free stuff. The free toilet. I don't know. Every summer I see half a dozen of these in my neighborhood, like just floating around, toilet, free sign. I don't know what compels people to do this. And now I want to get one thing straight right away. I'm not complaining about the price. Okay, I happen to think free is an appropriate price for anything you've ever taken a dump in. I don't know, I think that's cool. I don't care if you have like a solid gold sports car. If I find out you duked in the back seat, there might be a lot of like haggling here, like, it gets 38 miles a gallon, 8-speaker sound system, I pooped in it, so free or best offer. Yeah, no, that's good. No, it's more like I don't know who shops for toilets this way. Who shops in air quotes. Quote. I mean, it's like a toilet is not an impulse buy, okay? Like that's why they don't put it next to the register with the beer koozies and the farting pens, okay? You put some thought into this. Like, has this story ever occurred? Like, well, I had this extra bathroom and something was missing. It was like tub and then space and then sink. Thank God I was out and I saw this little roadside beauty and I said, perfect. This will be so much better than that hole I cut in the floor. Absolutely. Especially because it's upstairs. But no, I just like, I don't understand. Like, all right, I'm fine. I don't know. I'm first time in Bennington. Maybe there's someone here who's like, that's how I do it. I don't know. I'm a toilet expert. Okay, fine. Let's say you're the guy and that's how you shop for toilets, all right? Well, what are you going to do? You're going to go pick up the free toilet. You're going to bring it home. You're going to rip your old one out. You're going to put this one in. And then you have this old toilet left over. And what are you going to do? You're just going to put it on your lawn with a free sign now. This is how this works. Now you're banking on the fact that there's someone else out there who's just like you, who has like the same sensibilities that you do, only they have an inferior toilet. And they're just like, and this is going to continue the cycle. Like, we're just going to keep going in, out. Till eventually, like, one day you're just going to find yourself downtown and like you're gonna see like a homeless guy sitting there, and he's gonna be panhandling for change, and he's gonna be sitting there, not on a stack of old newspapers, not upon his bindle, no. He's gonna be sitting there on your old toilets, basically. We have finally reached the end of the chain, end game, with this guy, and this is it. Beats using a coffee can. You're right, homeless sir, it does. Forget the fact that you have no running water. It was a good choice, but I'll be honest with you, I don't think you get a lot of takers for the free coffee can. I don't know, I don't think, my advice to you too, also do not take the free coffee can. You do not, that is evil lurks in that coffee can. I don't know how badly you need a can for your coffee. People still use a can for coffee? I don't know, I grew up in the 1800s, so I don't know, I'm sorry. But you guys have a good holiday? Good holiday? I suppose at this point it could be like any number of holidays. Like, could you guys have Martin Luther King Day? Good one? Yeah. Thoughtful. Soul searching. Good. Got all the lectures now. I was still talking about Christmas. We're still kind of in the Christmas window, but Christmas is good. Christmas is exhausting. I don't have kids. I don't know what it's like, but I have nieces and nephews, and they just like tear around the house and rip shit up, and it just wears me out. But I have a 10-year-old niece, and this year she was in the Christmas play. There's always like every church and school or whatever's got a Christmas play, and like, it's such a huge deal to her. And of course, like everything's a big deal when you're 10. Like iCarly is a big deal when you're 10. Like, you've been alive for 10 years. Like, you don't know anything. You're 10. I mean, that's fine. But like, Uncle Pat, you gotta go see the Christmas play. Go see the Christmas play. Please, okay, yes, I'm gonna go to the Christmas play. Why? Because I'm a good uncle. All right, this is my chance. I'm gonna be a good uncle. Because frankly, I'm a pretty lousy brother. Pretty like kind of a mediocre son. Really like irresponsible coworker. A victimable tenant is what I am. But you know what? I'm a good uncle because here is someone who has not been alive long enough, frankly, for me to disappoint them. So this is my chance. I'm going to score with this one. Although, I don't want to go to the Christmas play. I don't want to go to the, oh my god. Like, I was trying to think of ways to get out of it. Because, like, let's be honest, I have a number of reasons for this. Notably, first and foremost, as the single childless male, children's theater. Not really where you want to be seen most of the time. Right? Nothing throws up the big creepy red flags. Like, hey Chad. The children's theater. I felt like at some point I should be wearing like a little name tag or something that says, "Hi, my name is not on a registry, so quit asking." My niece is in it. Sorry I look like this. I forgot to shave today, and I just really love hooded sweatshirts. I'm sorry. My windowless van handles well in the snow. That's why I drove it. All right, I'm sorry. I know it's inappropriate. It looks bad. But more importantly too, like, let's be honest with you, we're all adults. I mean, I think so. I mean, it's a bar. It's Bennington. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Yeah. I mean, children's theater, like, it's not theater. Okay, like it's not like it ain't Shakespeare, folks. Like what it is, it's like a one of these after school mashups. They got a bunch of kids, and it doesn't matter how many kids show up. They're just gonna jam them all into one play. It doesn't matter how many extra roles they're gonna add or change they're gonna make, whatever. And it became pretty apparent right away that this is what I was watching as I sat down for a viewing of the miracle of the birth of the baby Jesuses. I was like, oh, good Lord. Like, there were 3 of them. Like 3? Like that. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't read the Bible pretty much only in the hotels, like when the cable's out. But it's like, I don't know, it felt like a rewrite. Again, it felt like a rewrite. A novice Bible scholar. I mean, at least they could have given them like unique names, like this is Jesus Christ, and this is Stevens Christ, and this is God Jr. Yeah, no, it's a good group. But it's like, and of course, like the barn where the manger was, like somehow had like employees. I don't know, like there was like 10 kids walking around, like I think some of them were bellhops. Like I don't know what they were doing. So the stage was already really crowded. Like when the 6 wise men showed up, and I was like, oh, come on. Like, I mean, they all had gifts. I give them credit. They all had gifts. They had gold and frankincense and myrrh. The next one I think had more myrrh, because apparently you can get that shit anywhere. The 5th one had a ham, I think it was. The last one just had an iPhone. I don't even think that was a gift. I think that fucker was just texting. Like he was like, you're 10 years old, what are you texting? Like one of the Jesuses, like, oh Jesus, this is fun. Like no, like yeah, put the damn iPhone down, kid. Like get your head in the game, all right? I know you're the 6th, you're at the end of the bench. I understand, but come on, try and act like you're paying attention. Show a little respect here for your other wise men. Melchior and Casper and Balthazar and Craig. Hunter, I think was one. That might have been a girl, or he needed a haircut. I don't know. Either way. But frankly, if you ask me, the Christmas miracle was that I sat through the whole thing, which I did though because I'm a good uncle. That's what I do. I wrote some pretty harsh reviews for the New York Times, though. It was bad. Yeah, it's ho horrible, actually, I think was what I had there. This is going well. I like this. This is nice. I like this space. I like this room. No, it's good. And you know what? It's more fun when it goes well. Because, occasionally, as Chad said, it doesn't go well. And frankly, it's not just us, either. Like, I've seen professional entertainers big time stars go poorly, and it's a little amusing, I gotta admit. So, but keep that in your head. I went to see not too long ago, a year ago. I went to see John Mellencamp in concert. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know that could be the joke, right? But it's not. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad because like usually someone like one person will cheer, and then after a moment, like he's not here, like he's not showing up. Give it a rest, right? No, but he was on tour. He was with Bob Dylan and Willie Nelson. And he was up on stage at one point, and he kind of leans. There we go. He kind of leans into the microphone, and he's like, "All right." He had the same problems I did. It was great. That's not the joke. He leans in. He's like, "All right, who wants to hear one of my old songs?" And everyone kind of claps and they're like, "Yeah, all right." Like we've heard of old songs. Like sure. I mean, we're just being polite. I mean, let's frankly, Mellencamp kind of sucks. You know, everyone tries to be here no songs, but you're here. That's fine. You're at the third wheel, whatever. Well, yeah, old songs. You remember those? It's great. And then he gets to the mic and he goes, "All right, who wants to hear a new song?" And everyone just. Well, I mean, they didn't do anything. They just sat there in stunned silence. Like kind of I guess you described like an angry, like disdainful almost silence. I mean, it was crazy. I swear, like you want to bring 10,000 people to a screeching halt, threaten them with new John Mellencamp music. I swear to God, like that would do it. It would shut the world up for like 4 to 5 seconds. It was great. Like I mean, seriously, like nobody clapped. And when I say nobody, like nobody. The guy who claps in Jack and Diane, like he didn't clap. Like he's up on stage. He's like just in the ready position, like. What do you want, John? Like, I already voted. I wanted to hear an old song. When you said, who wants to hear an old song? I went, Come on, how many of these do you think I got in me, John? Like, let's go. Like, specifically, I want to hear Jack and Diane. Like, that's my song, man. You bring me up here one effing song, I want to hear Jack and Diane. And you know what? After all that, he didn't even play Jack and Diane. I mean, seriously, I get nuts, right? Yeah, come on. He didn't like John Mellencamp didn't play Jack and Diane because frankly he sucks. I explained this. No, it was quiet at the show. Frankly, it was so quiet backstage you could hear Willie Nelson's bong gurgling. It was just like, what? Damn, Mellencamp just threatened to play a new song. Oh, God, jeez, man. Oh, Pat was right. That sucked. Like, we're out of here, Dylan. Let's go. And but it's just an aside too. If you ever get a chance to see Bob Dylan in concert, don't. I mean, just don't. Like, I'm saying, like, it's not even a joke. I'm just saying, like, it was bad. Like, go home, like, just put on Highway 61 Revisited, close your eyes, act like he's there, because it's better. Because frankly, that's what I got the sense that he did at the concert. He just walked on stage and closed his eyes and acted like he was in his living room and just completely ignored us. Like, oh, but he's an American culture icon and like he might die soon. And both of those things are true. But like, just pass. Just save it. It's just a public service announcement. I don't know. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Ooh, he's the guitar. Yeah, the stage. I usually like to pace around a little bit. I like to explore the space and. In about 35 seconds, I explored the space. Yeah, pull the rug a little more.
No, I'm trying to help.
Yeah, you're good.
Jackass.
John Smith, everybody. No, I live in Burlington, and I don't know if you guys have a similar issue in Bennington, but it seems like when the weather gets nice in the summer, we have a lot of street musicians in Burlington. People who sit out on the street and play. And like I don't know. I guess I should clarify because there's two types of street musicians. There's like the real pros, these guys who easily have the kind of talent you could find like inside a building, or maybe under like a very large tent. I don't know, something like that. Then there's this other group that's essentially just like bums with guitars. Like I don't know, it's basically just like bums who have somehow obtained a guitar, possibly through murder, and now they use this to make money. And like you could spot these guys pretty like someone's like, oh, this is my guitar. When I hold it like this, it's a house. You know what I mean? Like those guys, I mean, it's easy, that's what they are. So anyway, I'm out one afternoon and I see one of these guys and he's plugging away. I don't know, the worst version of whip and post you ever heard. And I was like, okay, you know what? I am charitable today. Today's my one good day of the year. I'm going to give this guy some money. I got some extra change. I'm going to give this guy some money. So I'm walking up on him and I realized as I get closer to him, his guitar, he's plugged into this little tiny amplifier. He's got an amplifier. And I'm like, I stopped right there. Like, listen, word to the wise, bums with guitars, if you hear tonight, or if you know them. Spread the word. As a potential investor in your livelihood, I'm paying to see some struggle, okay? I'm paying to see some hardship. What I'm not paying for is fucking sound equipment, okay? All right, listen, I'm trying to raise the level of humanity here, not the technical specs in your performance, all right? That's not my job, okay? Frankly, I'm not giving you any money because I'm worried that the next time I roll up on you, you're gonna have like a fog machine or something like that. Like, you're just gonna have a fog machine and a laser light show, and like a dude with like one of those 12-piece rotating drum sets, like just made out of pots and pans, like, you got any change? You know, just working. You're all wearing Kiss makeup now, like, I don't know, you're wasting your money. Like, no, so I didn't give him anything. And frankly, that too, I tried to give him $1 and he wouldn't even play Jack and Diane, so I'm like, screw that, he sucks too, man. I mean, I put in a request for that money. Ooh. John was talking about the bathroom. It's a little unsettling. There's a picture of me in the men's room. I mean, it happens all the time, but I guess I didn't expect to see it here. Places I go, I understand, but no. I was thinking about this. I'm glad Chad broached this topic earlier, because every now and then I think of something and it's really, really dumb, and I go like, that's the kind of thing I should never tell anyone that I thought of. Then instead I come here and I tell all of you in the microphone. I was at a bar like this, probably worse, like a worse bar than this. This is nice, where I usually go. And I walked into the men's room, and the lights were off in the men's room. And immediately the first thing that crossed my mind was, oh cool, surprise party. And I was like, what? It's a surprise party? Like, what am I, 9? Like, what am I expecting? Like, lights off surprise party. Like, that's there's gonna be like a pony in there? Like, what am I looking for? I mean, it smelled like it, but I didn't think like there was actually gonna be a pony in there. I don't know why I thought this. Like, because actually the more and more I sort of thought about it, I'm like, Bar, men's room, maybe the worst place in history to have a surprise party. That's like next to maybe prison, which is effectively a state-funded men's room. I was like, no, it's like, I would not, like, you would not go in there because I'm going the option, like, all right, well, the best case scenario is I walk into the men's room and I turn the lights on and they yell, surprise, then they go, oh, look, your wiener, and I go, oh, look, cake. And so at least I get cake out of it, and that's awesome. It's worth the embarrassment. Worst case scenario is I walk in there, turn the lights on, they yell, surprise! They go, oh look, your wiener. I go, oh look, your wieners. And, oh, you're all very excited to see me. I'm like, oh no, I know it's a party, but, oh, you need to wear the hats. Oh god, that's bad. Maybe there's cake at the end, I don't know. That would make it a little better. But I worked in an office. We had a bathroom in the office. It was the only carpeted bathroom I've ever been in. And it was, it was right. When you really think about it, it's right. And I don't know, I guess I can explain. I imagine when they were building the building, there was just this like amazing sale on eggplant colored carpeting. Like, I mean the kind of prices you're never gonna get on eggplant. Like obviously the most popular colored carpeting ever, and so they were like, we just gotta do this, and we gotta act now, like, wall this place with eggplant, man, like, we'll figure everything out later, it's cool. And then there's like, where do you want the bathroom? I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. So, but it was great. It had one of those eco-friendly CFL bulbs in it. One of those bulbs takes like a week to turn on, and when you turn it on, it kind of heats up. And I don't know about you, but I'm not like one of these bathroom hobbyists. Like, I'm not like, I know some of you guys are the bathroom readers, like, and I could tell some of the people I worked with were the bathroom readers, like spend a lot of time in there, because I go in there and there's all sorts of like books and magazines and like half-finished oil paintings in there, like some model airplanes. Someone was working one of those Tibetan sand sculpture deals, like takes forever to do, like, you know, and I'm a get in, get out kind of guy. I don't know why the men's room would be a place I don't want to dally. I'm gonna hang out, I'm gonna go. And so this was tough because I'd be like soaping up my hands and this light is finally coming on. It's just killing me. But every now and then I'd get super bored at work. Like every day. I would get bored. Like every day I'd get bored at work. And so I started playing this little game with myself. And I would go, and I'd drink a lot of water all afternoon. And like I'd hold it for a long time. So I'd be like, you know, really gotta go to the bathroom. I'd go in the bathroom, shut the door, get all ready to pee in front of the toilet, and I turn the light on, and then I would just start peeing, like as soon as the light came on, and then I felt like I was turning the light on with the pee. Like I felt like it was like future, like in the future, like it's pee power of the future. Like this is awesome, like I'm doing it, you know, it's great. Like it's I'm powering the place, and then every now and then I get like super bored, and I had this game, I took it to level 2. And I would do this, I'd do the same thing, I would drink a lot of water, and make sure it's worth it, you know what I mean, you gotta get ready, it's like, you know, you gotta warm up for the game, and so I'm getting all for the game, and I go in the bathroom, and the light's off, and I get all set to go, and I turn the light on, and I go, ba, 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 bum, 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 floosh. As the light goes on, it's great. It's so much fun. I don't have that job anymore. I don't know if it was the P game. I'm not sure what put me over the top. It was like, I kind of hope it was the P game that did it. I don't know. I think that would be my best story. Like, what'd you get fired? P game. You know, I mean, it was a great game, undefeated, but yeah, lost my job. So no, I'm actually right now I'm unemployed, which is awesome. No, I've been eating a lot of Hot Pockets now. Not because I can't afford better food. I just want to let you know, like I can. All right, I can afford better food. This benefit isn't for me. Don't worry about it. No, I just figured like now is a good time to immerse myself in the lifestyle. Like whatever. Like I just want to live the unemployed life, man. When in Rome, right? You know. So I'm gonna eat a lot of Hot Pockets. It's funny. Hot Pockets market themselves as this thing now where you can like take them on the go, you can eat them anywhere, like, you know, because you want to be seen eating a Hot Pocket everywhere. So it's like the free eaters, they call you now. You're a free eater, free from, you know, plates and utensils, you know, the shackles of modern life, you know, 21st century slavery, you know, all this stuff. So you can go anywhere now. And they even give you this little cardboard pouch, like you put it in. It's a little arts and crafts project. You pull it out, you fold the pouch up, and put the Hot Pocket in there. It's great. But the more and more I was thinking about it, I'm like, you know, they're a little grandiose with the claim here that I can eat this anywhere. Because, excuse me, BLT at Carmody's. That was for the show. But anyway, like, I can't eat this anywhere. Because, you know, frankly, every Hot Pocket journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, and that is to your microwave. Like, you need to be, like, somewhere near a microwave. Like, that always has to be point A. Like, you're not going to be, you know, scaling Kilimanjaro and, like, uh-oh, good, I'm hungry now, like, and I didn't bring silverware, and thank God I got the Hot Pocket. Like, that's going to be, no, like, you're never on cool Hot Pocket adventures on the Serengeti. Like, that's not how this works. You always have to start in your kitchen. All right, so that's fine. And point A is your kitchen. I can go anywhere from this point. But like a Hot Pocket is what, like yay big? I mean, it's like what, 4 bites? I don't know. Like how far can you get in 4 bites? Like I don't know. Like I mean, I can barely get to my living room in 4 bites. Like I don't know. In like a studio apartment. I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know where you're gonna go. Like how far? Like oh, you know what? This is I gotta go show the neighbors. Like I gotta go take this next door. Like I hope there's still some left when I get there. Like this is gonna oh, it's gone. Like gosh, they went home. Like that's I think the mailman needs to hear about it. Like he's right outside. I can get him. Like garbage man in the corner. Garbage man in the corner. I'm eating a Hot Pocket. Please, he knows you're eating a Hot Pocket. All right, the garbage man knows because you have thousands of those little cardboard pouches in your trash. All right, he's been rooting through there. You don't need to show off for him. So frankly, it becomes more and more apparent that Hot Pockets are the official food of people that are going nowhere and fast. So, hey guys, my name's Pat Lynch. That is my time. Thank you very much. I can only assume that applause is because I'm done. No, it's great. All right. I told you we were going to get more Chad Smith, and now is the moment. Yes, there he is. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw him once already.
Thank you. That was the jokes I just ruined, so it's gonna be a lot.
The funny thing is, that's all he's got left. He just did it.
That's my joke, everybody. Thank you.
So, first row, you will get wet. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Chad Smith.
What a dipshit. Yeah. Okay, everybody, that was fun. Let's give it up again for Pat Lynch. And somebody fucking stop putting vodka in that guy's pink ladies because he's being fucking loud. Yeah, I'm fucking here all day drinking Manhattans. I know you have. All right, that fucking bathroom, man. I'll tell you, I can't stop talking about it because literally I walked in there, Doug. I don't know if you know this, but you can wave your hand as much as you want under that little thing, and there's nothing comes out of it. It's like is it full of bubble gum or something? Like no paper towels come out of that fucking thing. All right, this is a really stupid question. Do we have any marathon runners in the audience? Has anyone here ever run a marathon? Yes, I have. Besides you. No, actually, no, not you. Not you. You're good. You ran, what was your time? 4:14. Nice. That's a good time. When did you run it? Boston. You're fucking lying now. I know you're lying. You're not making it into fucking Boston with 4:14, kid. Go play fucking sticky darts or whatever you're doing back there. Jesus Christ. I got 100 on sticky darts. Fucking Boston Marathon, motherfucker. All right. Now I know your score in Buck Hunter is probably fucking second to none. That's the truth. Boston Marathon. You almost had me there. You almost really. 4:14. I'm like, Jesus. You looked up, like you Googled marathon times. Decent. Because that's just in that shitty little average of marathon times, and I might believe someone like you could do it. But I ask, because I ran the marathon last year. All of this was taken 26.2 miles. I probably weighed about 10 pounds, 20 pounds less maybe, but for the most part I took it 26.2 miles. And it's funny when and my time was 4:55, so I was on the low end of this shitty, but I did beat Oprah Winfrey. Her time was like 6:10, I think, so I kicked it. That was my only goal, was to beat Oprah. So, hey, mission accomplished. And when you look like this and you're training for a marathon, the looks you get from actual people that run and are good at this, it's like you are literally the fat, kid of the group. I hear people talking like, I was rubbing goo on my nipples right before the marathon. And I'm like, hey, I rub goo on my nipples too. They're like, oh, look at you. I'm like, I'm running the marathon. They're like, well, aren't you cute? You think you're the fatty thinks he's running the marathon. I gotta stop giggling when people do that to me. But I can't. I'm just that kind of guy. Yeah. So, but when you're a big guy, I'm a bigger dude. There's some bigger dudes in the audience I've seen. When you're a bigger dude though, and you'll know what I'm talking about here, you have to deal with certain things that just won't go away. One of those things is the way people imitate you. People imitate normal people. If they imitated someone like Pat, a normal sized dude, and Pat said, hey, I'm performing at Doug's on Main tonight. Someone would say, oh, Pat told me he's performing at Doug's on Main tonight. Whereas I told that same person the same thing and said, yeah, here Chad said, I'm performing at Doug's on Main tonight, man. I'm fucking Moose from the Archie and Jughead comics. Fucking Archie and Jughead, man, they ruined my life. I swear. Yeah. And it doesn't matter how, I could be giving a keynote lecture at a quantum physics conference. And God help you if you ever heard that lecture. But it would be I could be talking about really intelligent things. People would say, did you hear Chad's keynote lecture at that conference? The atoms and the particles, and that's as much as I know about quantum physics. I think there's atoms and particles involved. I could be wrong. There might be nothing. But that's kind of my joke. So, stereotype fulfilled there. Man, did I ever soak those notes. Jesus. So I travel a lot for work, and I fly always out of Burlington. I fly out of, and when you fly to Burlington, I'm sure you guys have flown out of Burlington. You fly in those shitty little tuna can type planes, and they pack these things to the gills. So when people see me walk into the boarding area, it's literally a look of just abject disappointment that I'll be a part of their flying experience, because it's like a lottery begins when I enter the boarding area of, holy fuck, I hope I'm not next to that guy. It's and they have you on your heels from the minute you walk in the boarding area. They really do, because you're I walk in there with a look. I'm flying tomorrow, actually, and I'm gonna walk in there and I'll say, with a look of just apology on my face, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm this, and I'm going to be on your flight. And it doesn't matter. They're just oh my fuck, please don't sit next to me. Please don't sit next to me. Please don't sit next to me. And I say, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. Well, I guess I could, diet and exercise, but fuck that. I mean, that's, And I've literally had people next to me change seats and be like, well, stewardess, I see there's a man, Arab gentleman in 13A with ticking pants. Could I get seated next to him? It's next to you. Get me away from this big ape. Arab guy ticking pants? Come on. Jesus, it's Bennington. That's funny. Shit. Fuck. Come on. So, and every once in a while I'll be the last guy on the flight because I'm late a lot. And when you're the last guy on the flight, you'll see this. You'll walk in there and every seat's packed. Every seat's just jammed. And there'll be some fucking poor bastard in 9B. And he'll just think he's oh my God, I have a seat next to me. Oh my God, I'm sorry, he's putting his water there, he's putting his iPod, he's getting groove on, he's thinking, and then he sees me coming, it's slow motion, he's like, no, I'm barely there. Hey man, is this seat taken? That's my plane joke. Performance of a lifetime, ladies and gentlemen, right here. With my soaked ass shit. Another thing. Have fun in there, you two. Another thing. I might just start ripping on you guys all night. That seems to be what's fucking doing it. So, another thing. Yeah. you stay away from as a big guy. Does anyone know what the BMI calculator is?
Yes.
What is it?
It's
It's a drunk guy in the pics. That's what the BMI calculator is. He's given head by the bathroom and anyone wants to. Get her done. Oh my God. This is. And our next comic is a jackass who's seen a television special. I'm just teasing. Is Nate still back there with him? Nate, are you okay? Okay, all right.
That's sick.
It is sick. I'm a sick
That's
person.
my stepdad.
What? I thought that was cool. We're in Bennington. Fuck. I thought that was like kosher around it. Is that not? This cable editor is gonna have a lot to be like. He's gonna replace it. I think this is Burlington. Yeah, I'm Canadian. You have nothing to worry about, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, fuck. Yeah. This is fun. I'm having fun now. I'm totally just fucking off sheet. Yeah. So, what is the BMI calculator besides that drunk, whatever the fuck he mumbled? Say it, somebody. The body mass index. Have you seen the body mass index calculator?
Hell no.
Yeah, exactly. Guys like us, we stay the fuck away from this thing because you know, a body mass index calculator, it is, you enter your height, you enter your weight, and it literally just tells you what a fat load of shit you've become. And it assigns a number to that fatness. And it's like, your number is 240. That equals you should have been dead 10 years ago. It really is, like, that's all it is. It's a scale to make you feel really, really bad about yourself. Now, I don't know who designed the math behind this. I'm thinking it was probably a lost tribe of Kenyan track runners that designed it because literally, they must look at people like, oh, what, you're 6'9" and you're 110 pounds. What, do you live on cheeseburgers and milkshakes, you fat load? I said 6'9", 110. That's really, really skinny. Now you get it now. I'm just playing for like the guys in the back. You guys are laughing, so I'm good. You guys are getting it. Yeah. So it's literally like go for a smoke for fuck's sake. Give me a fucking break. So literally, it was designed for that. Like, so they have different levels, and one of the levels is they have underweight. Now, I guarantee nobody in this room is underweight. You would have to enter the dimensions of a Triscuit to be underweight. Like literally a Triscuit. That's a small cracker that you put peanut butter on. That's what a Triscuit. In case anyone needs a fucking explanation to that around here. So, honestly, and then there's middleweight, which a couple of you might be. A couple of you look like you're in pretty good shape, like too skinny. You have to be too skinny to fall into this category. Then there's overweight, which is 99% of everybody. And I'm seeing some head shakes, and that's really, you are. You're like, oh, like I'm normal size, but it says I'm really fat. Now, when you're someone like me, and you enter your numbers, like I'm 5'11", and who can guess what I weigh?
270, 260.
50, you fucking bitch. You're close though. I'm way up there, man. I'm 280 pounds. I know. Where do I keep it? I know. Woo! Yeah. So when you enter those kind of numbers into this thing, besides the fucking calculator starting to smoke and spit out shit like, you can't be alive, how are you alive? It's like, like a window pops out, it's like, you're not just fat, you're TLC reality show fat. Like, you are gonna have your own reality show. I got a phone call from a producer, hi Chad, this is Jeff from TLC. We wanna see how you live. How you get along day to day being such a fat load of useless shit. I'm like, well, I'm big bone. You're like, well, sure, you're big bone. You big fatty. Who's the fatty? Oh, this is a fun bit. I'm gonna be up here for like another fucking 2 hours if you guys keep this up. I swear to God. So I'm getting a little older too, which fucking blows.
And it blows for a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons it kind of sucks is because it started to affect my dreams. And I'm not talking like dreams, oh, I want to be an astronaut, like those are fucking shot, those are dead, like long gone. I'm kind of funny, that's good, I mean, fuck. Was that recorded on these cameras? I hope it was. Biggest compliment of my life. Like fucking Chris Rock at Madison Square Garden right now, he's kind of funny. It's alright, I liked it, he's alright. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Someone give him a fucking quarter for that fucking machine. Like, so it started to affect my dreams, like when I wake up. Like, so I woke up last week, and literally, this is a true story. I woke up, and literally, I realized what I had been dreaming about. And what I had been dreaming about, true story, was giving a teenager a lecture on reasons not to get a neck tattoo. Yeah, this is my dream. This is a fantasy Xanadu fucking wonderland where anything is possible. Like, oh, I should be fucking shooting Nazis, doing weird stuff. I'm fucking in a leather chair going, well, it could affect future business opportunities if you continue down this path. Yeah, like I said, when I was a teenager, man, my dreams were the fucking, I look forward to sleep. I would fly around, bitches around me. I'm sorry, bitches, sorry, sweetheart. Bitches around me, like fucking lasers coming out of my face, thunder from my ass. Just boom, just lasers and ass thunder. Fucking non-stop. It was fucking awesome. It was King heavy metal in the background. It was just Dreamland awesome. And then I get to my mid-20s, and it's just like, I'm still flying around in my dreams, and you know, I still got the face laser thing going on, which is pretty cool. But now I'm a little more responsible where I'm shooting them. I'm shooting them like over like I'm not shooting them over dream school zones or dream elderly care centers. I'm very responsible where I shoot them, because that's the way it is. I'm starting in my decline. Then I'm in my early 30s, and I'm still flying around, but my face lasers are gone, no ass thunder whatsoever. The girls have been replaced by my wife. I love you, baby. And now I'm not like fucking killing things. Now I'm just flying around pointing out safety concerns, and like, you should really use a dream spotter for that dream ladder. Look both ways before you cross Dream Street, kids. Stay in dream school. So essentially, I'm just a flying douchebag over dreamland, like, hey everybody, yeah. Like, I'm just like, look, an asshole. I'm like, hey, dream asshole. Then my early 30s, a little bit after that, I'm not even flying anymore, man. I'm just walking around, and I've stopped even pointing out safety concerns because I'm getting lazy. Now I'm just saying things like, what, white after Labor Day? What the fuck? Like, whoa. And now it's gotten to the point where my dreams are just an extension of my day. Now I'm like, I can't wait to get to sleep. I really have to finish that spreadsheet I've been working on all day. Yeah, I know. People relate to that because it's fucking true. Your dreams are just getting more and more fucking boring as you get older. It just gets shittier and shittier. So get ready for the ride, young people. Yeah. Anyway. So I mentioned before I'm Canadian. Any Canadians here? Just Canadian what? Canadian lovers? Oh, okay. I thought you guys were Canadian lovers. Okay, that's less cool, I guess, that you're just a lover of Canadians. But yeah, but I'm Canadian, yeah. And I've been that way my whole life. And being like, I've been in Vermont for about 10 years, I guess. And it's funny because there's not a lot of big differences between Americans and Canadians. America's got everything, Canada's got nothing. We're over that shit. We're your little brother. We have a canoe and a gun. That's our military. Which is, well, kind of true. And but it's funny, like, there's a lot of little differences. One of the little differences I noticed when I got here was the fact that your colleges and universities, right? So where I'm from, college is a place you become a plumber. You become a carpenter. You become a cop. That's a college. You get useful skills at college, right? That's where you go to become something people can actually use. Where you get an undergrad degree, like in fucking philosophy or English,
Yeah, me. Fucking, you get those useless degrees at something called university. So there's a real distinction. Colleges are places like trade schools, and universities are places that you get undergrad degrees, right? So I got here, and a buddy was driving me around fucking Burlington. He says, oh, that's University of Vermont. I said, oh, beautiful campus, you know, great school, whatever. He says, oh, he takes me across the bridge to Winooski and shows me St. Michael's College. I said, St. Michael's College? I said, holy fuck. I said, they take their plumbing pretty damn seriously around this place, man. He's like, yeah, and it costs like 47 grand a year to go. I was like, 47 grand a year to go to college? I was like, how much am I gonna have to pay to get my sink fixed up in Vermont? He's like, oh, their basketball team is phenomenal. And I was like, the plumbers have a basketball team? What the fuck? It's a little sidebar, pal. I'm gonna tell this. Last night I told that joke, and there was nobody. There was like fucking 5 people in the audience. And I know I tell the same joke more than once, and it's a surprise. But there was, and he was, honest to God, he was a 5'4" Italian plumber. And I added a little bit of Italian piece to it last night that I didn't do tonight. I swear to God, I felt I had to, he was like, I'm an Italian plumber. I'm like, oh, motherfucker. Sorry about that, man. Yeah. So, and I'm going over my green card now. Finally, after 10 years, I married a beautiful American girl, lucky me. And I call her my little green card. She doesn't really like that. She doesn't like that in the least. No. I called her that once, actually, and that was the end of that. But, so I'm driving my green card. And the green card process is funny because it hasn't been updated in literally like 90 years. It hasn't been updated in 90 years. So they ask you, I'm going to take you through 3 questions they ask you, and this is honest to God on my mother's eyes questions on the fucking green card application that you have to fill out if you're an immigrant. All right, do we have any immigrants in the house? One? You from? Where are you from? Ecuador. My fucking ass. You're from fucking drinking vodka all day, land. I'm from the fucking drunk land, man. Fucking playing Pac-Man in the corner. I'm from the immigrant corner, ladies and gentlemen. They're so from away. You guys couldn't be more from here if you fucking tried. Jesus. You've just identified yourself as Vermonters right there. Yeah! Yeah. So the first question they ask you, and I swear to God that's the question, they ask you, are you a Nazi? It's a real, it's yes or no. It's like a checkbox. Are you a Nazi? No! No background. You're not a Nazi. No, I don't know what the fuck you are. But it's, are you a Nazi? Like, there's no follow-up. No, it's, are you a Nazi? I'm like, is this still a big problem in the United States of America? Are there no more relevant questions? Like, maybe, are you Al-Qaeda? Are you, like, not a member of a party that hasn't existed? And fucking, like, are you a Nazi? That's the first question. Second question is, do you want to overthrow the government? The real question, yes or no, Jesus Christ, yes or no answer, do you want to overthrow the, and you are the kind of asshole that fills out, yeah, I want to overthrow the government, and you're taking out money one day, and you get a fucking hood put over your head, and you wake up in some CIA black ops facility, and say, I heard you want to overthrow the government. You're like, I'm so fucking stupid, how did I do that? And then we got your green card application, you dipshit. Oh, fuck. How long have I been drunk at Doug's? Has it been long? You're buying me a drink after this show, you bitch. And the third question is, are you a Canadian? So in case you're keeping score, it's, are you a Nazi, are you a government overthrow, and third, are you a Canadian? And I'll tell you, it didn't really piss me off that they lumped in Canadians with government overthrowing Nazis. Like, that's whatever. I mean, we're used to that. We're Canada. We don't give a fuck, right? It's the fact that after the Canada question, they gave you like 3 fucking pages to explain why or how you came to be this way. It said, like, for the Nazis and government, they just like, we just want to know, just yes or no. Government overthrowing Nazis, that's fine, yes or no. Carry on. Canadian, what the fuck? How did that happen? Well, I was born with a beaver on my ass on a hockey rink. Ah, Canadian. Like, I think they just want to hear fucking stories about Canada, to be honest. Hey, yeah, you know what? With that, I'm gonna end it, man. I'm done my set. So let's hear it for me. Yeah. That was a lot of fun. You guys are a great crowd. So, yes, I know. I'll take a drink over here. Actually, no, I'm not going behind the curtain with you. So, our next comic is the winner of the recent Higher Ground comedy battle. A super funny guy, the founding member of the Vermont Comedy Club, and a guy I absolutely love to listen to. His name is Nathan Hartswick. Let's hear it for him.
Give it up for Chad Smith one more time. Boy, is an animal. Holy shit. Okay, that ends the audience participation portion of the night. Because I can't handle that shit like Chad can. I just can't. I won't put you in your place at all. Jesus, what the fuck happened up here? You guys having sex out here or what? Jesus. Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm from Burlington. I work in marketing by day, and they tell you when you work in marketing that you should always open with a joke if you're giving a presentation. But I'm going to be doing nothing but jokes up here, so I'd like to open with a 45-minute marketing presentation. It's okay with you guys. We got time, right? So yeah, I'm from Burlington. It's a college town. I was at UVM recently, University of Vermont, wandering around, because I wander around in college campuses a lot. And there's a room there, it's sort of a kickback area for the students, kind of a lounge with like couches and chairs. And on the door there's a sign, and the sign says, "Area of Refuge." And I thought, come on. Refuge to me is something you give to like endangered African elephants, or hundreds of thousands of people fleeing a war-torn region, you know? Not Trustafarian college brats from New Jersey. Oh, please, exit your fully loaded Land Rover. Have an iced chai latte, and sit here among these chairs we have arranged for you in this area of refuge. Come on. They can be so overprivileged, too. I saw a pizza delivery kid the other day driving a Lexus. I had one thought. Sell the fucking Lexus. And you won't have to deliver pizza anymore, you know? It's not a tough equation, really. I do miss college, though. I miss the atmosphere, I miss the environment, I miss the feeling of knowing that anytime I want, any place I choose, I could be having sexual intercourse. I didn't, but could have. That was a nice feeling. But when you think about it, though, like a college campus is really just like a game preserve for attractive single people. It is. We take all the 18 to 24-year-olds, we round them up and put them all in the same place. We give them a place to live, and we give them food and everything. And for the first time in their lives, these horny young adults have like no responsibility and limitless freedom, right? And then, just to eradicate every last vestige of dignity and self-control, we add copious amounts of alcohol to the equation. That, my friends, is a recipe for constant fucking. Oops. It is the casual encounters section of Craigslist. Only costs a lot more money. Like 40 grand a year plus the medical bills for the VD. Oh, VD. I love the VD jokes. But yeah, and then of course they get out of the school and they think that the dating world in real life is going to be that way. They've been institutionalized. It's like they've been in prison, and they get let out and they look around at the real world and like, this is some ugly motherfuckers out here. Jesus. And they find out that everyone, you know, who's halfway attractive is married or if, you know, or, I don't know, gay, or if they're gay, they're straight or whatever. It's not the cream of the crop, put it that way. But, I don't know, I was thinking about it, and I have something to say on behalf of this single guys of the world. I think that attractive married women should have the common decency to let their looks slide. It's not fair, you know? It's like going into a store where there's nothing for sale. I got a buddy who says I should think about like an art gallery, like an art museum. I should walk around and appreciate. So I've been trying that. Here's what I've learned. Married women don't like it when you sit on a bench and stare at them for an hour. Not really into that form of appreciation. But yeah, they do. I mean, the real world is different than the college dating world. And so why do you think so many people want to go back to college? They want to go back to school. It's like they're banging on the door of the prison going, "Let me back in, I'll be good, I promise. I just want some of that sweet single sex in the shower again." It's because there's sex in the shower in both places. Never mind. Sex is strange though. Sex is weird. It's weird because like you could be on a first date with someone and there's a chance you could wind up having sex at the end of it, right? And I'm sure many of you have done that very thing. And I'd like to ask those people to raise their hands right now. Come on, you can put them up. All right. don't go home with those people. That's the real-time STD test portion of the evening. But yes, but you can have sex on the first date, which is strange, because that's like the most intimate, personal experience that two people can share with one another, right? But then, you can wind up being like married to the same person for 10 years, and what do you do when you go to the bathroom? You close the door behind you, because you don't want them to see. Like, really? You let a stranger see, like you let a stranger see the mole on your taint, but your wife can't watch you piddle. Seems wrong somehow. Taint. I can look that one up when I get home. What he was talking about up there. So I got a new phone book in the mail the other day. Phone book, I know it's not very exciting, but I thought it was exciting. I got the phone book in the mail. And I'm excited because now when I look up a phone number on my laptop, I have something to put underneath it to keep my legs from burning. It's nice and thick. But I got a new cell phone recently. Cell phones have done something strange to us. Have you noticed? Like, when's the last time you were alone in public and felt okay about yourself? You can't do it anymore. You gotta get your cell phone and start messing around with it, fiddle around, screw around. It's like God forbid anyone should see you standing in a food court by yourself and think you're a loser. So you get out your cell phone. I do it. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just going through the contact list. Aaron, Andy, Emily. Yeah, I got things to do, people. Okay. Very important thing. Zach. Shit. I am a loser. I also get this thing I like to call phantom ass vibration. You got that? Like when you leave your phone at home, leave your phone at home, but usually it's on vibrate in your back pocket. So now the slightest nerve tingle in your posterior region has got you grabbing at your ass to answer your imaginary cell phone, like Pavlov's secretary. That's great. Wow, that's a bigger percentage than I expected for that one. They busted out the Pavlov jokes at Doug's. Didn't really think those would fly. But yeah, I got some animals at home. I got 2 cats. Cats are strange, aren't they? Like, what's the first thing the cats do the minute you change the cat box? Take a big shit in the cat box. What is that? Like, I don't do this, My roommate flushes the toilet. I don't go running up the stairs going, woohoo, toilet's clean! It's time to take a big poo! They do this other weird thing I've noticed, that they take a dump in the cat box and then they run over and obsessively scratch the floor next to the food dish. Your cats do this, and it's like they know the food and the poop are somehow connected, but they're not sure how. I feel like if I ate a big steak dinner and then went and flushed the toilet 6 or 7 dozen times, I don't know. But I notice a lot of strange things. I notice like language. Like, what is it about like pregnant women that causes them to have a completely different system of time measurement than everyone else? Have you noticed? Like you say, oh, congratulations, how far along are you? And she says, I'm 37 weeks. 37 weeks? What is that in human time? Listen, I was just making polite conversation, okay? I have neither the time nor the brain power to divide by 4. Just tell me when the goddamn thing pops. It doesn't stop there either. Once they have the kid, it just goes from weeks to months. You're like, how old is your son? And she says, he's 18 months. No, he's not. He's a year and a half. We're not aging cheese here, Mom. Cheers. So yeah, what was I doing? Oh yeah. Am I killing it yet? Am I killing you guys yet? That's what we comedians say. We have a lot of violent terminology when it comes to our success or our failure. We do well, we say, killed. And then when we do poorly, we bombed. How'd you do, man? I bombed. But I've noticed that there's no like horribly violent in-between term for total comedic mediocrity. No one ever says, no, how'd you do? Man, I maimed a few people. Smashed their kneecaps in with a baseball bat, metaphorically. But I don't want to kill you people, I like you people, I would like to say, I sat down and had a nice cup of tea with them. How'd you do, man? We drank some shit out of some chamomile. Good. But I notice language a lot. Like, someone said to me the other day, I don't trust that guy as far as I can throw him. And I thought, why are we throwing people, exactly? And what is the unit of measurement that determines the trust-to-distance ratio anyway? These are the kinds of things I think about, I guess. I don't know. Like, it stands to reason by that logic, I guess, that someone who could be easily thrown could be easily trusted. Babies, for example. Babies are not going to tell your secrets, and they're lightweight and aerodynamic. So that's good. I like this girl. But, you're a horrible person, You laughed, I just said it. So yeah, but it'd be good in a business negotiation, I feel, be good to walk into a conference room and be like, well, Phil, I'd like to do business with you, but there's one thing I need to check first. I just don't feel I can trust you. Can't throw you very far. But yeah, I don't know. I'm, it's tough being a guy sometimes. I feel like I don't even know what's attractive anymore. Like, it used to be that chest hair was sexy, 1985, maybe, Magnum PI. Dude had like a 6-inch mat of chest fur. They made 6 mohair sweaters out of that thing. It was good, but there aren't a lot of things about me that are manly, but I figure that since I'm rocking the chest hair, it's gotta be one of them. But no, now I see that like every male sex symbol in America has the smooth chest. So guys, if you've somehow made it past puberty and you haven't grown any hair in your chest, thank your fucked up DNA. Because to the ladies, you are Fabio and I'm a hairy little troll. It's fine with me, I'm okay with it. I was on a first date with a girl once, and things were going pretty well. We went back to my apartment, started making out, and she reaches her hand under my shirt, touches my chest for the first time, and this is what she does. Ew! Think about how hard that is to unsay once you've said it. It's not like she could have gone, ew, sexy. It is over at that point, I was upset, I was offended, I was hurt. So I had sex with her with my shirt on, and I never called her again. You fucked up my punchline, motherfucker! Yeah, it would have been funny, though. Alright, where was I? Oh, pause. So yeah, it wasn't even that good. The sex with the girl wasn't that good. I had a sarcastic-asm. Remember that? So we were like, yeah, that's good. Keep doing that. That feels great. They don't appreciate that. The women don't appreciate the sarcastic-asm. But, I don't know, there needs to be terms for some things. Like, I think there needs to be a term for the phenomenon that happens when you have a male buddy and he has an extremely attractive sister who looks just like him. I'm thinking hereditarible. It's sexually confusing, Like that, you see a woman from across the room, that woman's very attractive. I'm going to go talk to her. Hi, my name is Nathan. I have a nice thick mat of chest fur, and I was just wondering if maybe you wanted to... Oh my God, you look just like Bill! Same eyes, same nose, same face. Ah! And that has ruined that woman for you forever. You never talk to her, look at her the same way again. Not to mention, you keep wanting to see your friend Bill in a 2-piece bathing suit. Come on, just try it on, dude, for me. Your sister's so hot. Try it on for me. I don't know. But don't do anything to the body, though, women. The plastic surgery makes no sense to me. I mean, if you need a face, if your face fell off, get a face. You need that, right? But and for any other reason, like if you're born with something, deal with it. Like I have had this nose, this one here, since I was 5 years old. And they tell me I'm going to grow into it someday. But I deal with that, right? And I just feel like if you can't shave it, wax it, cover it, yank it, rub it out, tuck it in, fold it back, comb it over, or drop 40 pounds to get rid of it, you need to live without that shit, my friend. That's my personal philosophy on the matter. But yeah, as long as we're getting into vanity, ladies, I have a little public service announcement to tell you. Leggings are not pants. Stop wearing them as such, okay? I would be less offended if you wore pajamas, which are at least concealing, or tights, which are constricting. Because those are the two purposes of clothing, conceal and constrict. Conceal and constrict, okay? Leggings do neither. Leggings are the only article of clothing you can wear and look exactly the same as if you were not wearing them. You're basically walking around with dark purple flesh, okay? And I don't care how good your naked ass looks when you're lying on a bed, I don't need to see that shit jagging up and down in cowboy boots all over town. It's like watching tapioca pudding wrapped in saran wrap during an earthquake. Okay? And the front side is an abomination that the darkest color purple cannot conceal, so put a dress on, thank you very much. Just saying. So we were talking about the Bible earlier. I picked up the Bible recently and started reading it for the first time in my whole life. I know, don't judge me. That's for your loving God to do. But I started at the beginning, Genesis. It's a page turner. It's dramatic. It's good. It's a good story there. First there was dark and then there was light. First there was no air and sky and land, and then there was air and sky and land. First there were no tiny little birds and shit, and then there was tiny little birds and shit. It's dramatic, right? It's good. And what does the Bible say that after every time God creates something? And then God saw that it was good, right? and he saw that it was good. Check that out, that's good. Check that out, I made that, that's good. I made that, that's good. Check that out, that's good. But I noticed that the Bible never says that God makes something and then stands back and goes, I could do better. I really phoned that one in. The dark and the light, that was good. The earth and the sky and the land, that was good. The warthog and the platypus, man, those things are fucking wonky. I'll take another crack at that one. I just feel like why rest on your laurels, you know? Like, we know that the dude is infallible, right? God is infallible, so everything he makes is by definition good. So why the need to reflect on it? Just you get on with it. Maybe you could have gotten a few more things done by Sunday, given us the power of flight, or maybe a different kind of squirrel or something. I don't know. Just all I'm saying is like stop. No more leaning on your shovel talking about how good the blacktop looks, okay? Get cracking, Lord. Ooh. Ooh. So I was at a chain restaurant recently. Damn. I was at a chain restaurant recently. I just get a little, distracted, that's all. It's just the bright lights. And I guess it's not really called a chain restaurant. It's called a casual dining establishment. You know, the ones with the shit on the walls, of backhoes and, I don't know, garden implements and road signs and shit, right? And, these places always, they always smell very good. And they taste okay. The food tastes okay because everything's slathered in ranch dressing and deep fried. And the 25-ounce margarita in front of you doesn't hurt either. But then let's face it, you go home and poop liquid for 3 days, right? And that's supposed to be like a fine dining experience somehow. But I was at one of these restaurants recently. I won't say which one it was. I'll just say that it wasn't Ponderosa, Texas Roadhouse, Chili's, Applebee's, 99 Restaurant, Red Lobster, Friendly's, Outback Steakhouse, Ruby Tuesday, TGI Friday, Olive Garden, Uno's, Bennigan's, Houlihan's, or Cracker Barrel Old Country Store and Restaurant Corporation. It wasn't any of those. But it was a different one. And we had one of these sort of perky waitresses, the ones where everything works for them. Can I have some more ketchup? Works for me. Can I have some more water? Works for me. You know what? I don't care if it works for you. You work for me. Give me my goddamn onion rings. And everything works for her. And then this typical American family is at the table next to me, and they're out deluding themselves into thinking that this is a night of fine dining, right? And the woman comes up and she says something I thought was sort of strange to them. She said, "Are you finished, or are you just taking a breather?" And I thought, there are people starving and dying in other countries, and we are so gluttonously overfed in this country, it has become necessary to take a breather in the middle of our meal, right? And he said, as I'm sure many of you have said it at one point, we all say it, right? I'm still working on it. It is work, right? It's work to force that much food into your body physically when it's incapable of digesting it. What is wrong with us? So he needed to take a breather. He took a breather, and you know what? He said, I'm still working on it. And you know what she said? Works for me. I don't know. We're following along, aren't we? It's all good. It's all good. We're having a good time. Oh, Jesus Christ. You having fun out there? I'm just muddling through. So, on my way down here tonight, I drove out on Route 7 and I'm in Burlington, and there's a place out there called Ready Funeral Home. And I don't know if that's the guy's name or the chosen name of the business. Either way, it's a horrible name for the funeral home. Is any of us ever really ready? I think they should call it Ready or Not. And then with the van, whether you like it or not. And if you go a little further down Route 7, there's another place called the Ho Hum Motel. I'm not even kidding, Ho Hum. It's a good marketing choice, isn't it? Listen, I bought a seedy fleabag motel on the side of the road. What should I call it? Well, how about something that conjures the concepts of boredom and mediocrity? Ho Hum, we'll go with that. Oh. What if you're having an affair with your secretary and you bring her there for the first time? She's like, ho hum? What are you trying to say? That I'm average? No, baby, no, I'm just saying, don't get your hopes up, that's all. Ho hum. Ho hum. That pretty much explains how we're all feeling right now. Ho hum. All right, I got one more thing to talk about tonight. I became aware of something recently. Some of you may know of it. It's called nudicles. Have you heard of nudicles? Nudicles are a revolutionary testicular implant procedure for pets. Aren't you glad I added pets at the end of that? This is the tagline. It's like nothing ever changed. I'm sorry, but personally, if you knocked me out, cut up my balls, and replaced them with walnuts, I think I'd notice. But I'm perceptive that way. They say it's supposed to help the self-esteem of the pet. No, it's not. It's to alleviate the guilt of the owner, right? I don't know. I do wonder, though, if they make noodles in different sizes. They must, right? And the temptation would be there to put, like, bull mastiff balls on your chihuahua. Damn right. This is my dog. Can't walk for shit, but he sure is manly. Not really sure why, but I feel like the kind of guy who would put huge noodles on his dog is the same kind of guy who would put truck nuts on his F-150. Any truck nuts in the crowd tonight? I did it. I tried it. I put truck nuts on my vehicle. It's a 98 Jetta. Feel like a man. It's not the truck nuts that make me feel like a man, though. It's the 9-inch dildo I strapped to the front bumper. Take that Prius in front of me right up the tailpipe, you know? So I got thinking about this noodles thing. Because once you start thinking about noodles, you can't really stop, which you'll find out when you go home tonight. So I wrote a song about it. I'd like to end with it. It's been great. This has been really fun. Thank you so much for everything. I woke up one morning, skies were bright blue. I felt something was missing, and yet something else was new. When I licked down my old lipstick, of my balls there was no trace. 2 little round nuggets had been jammed there in their place. What the hell are these things where my kibbles used to be? And how am I supposed to hump on stuff with fake nuts blocking me? Fake nuts blocking me. Well, I've been ball blocked, ain't feeling so fantastic. I've been ball blocked by 2 little humps of plastic. Why did my master do something so drastic? Well, they shaved me smooth as silk, and then they did the deed so strange, and then had the nerve to tell me it's like nothing ever changed. You wanna take my manhood? Well, then take it if you must. But thrusting cocktail onions in my sack disrupts our trust. All this has me wondering, what's this guy's next trick? Is he gonna cut my dick off and replace it with a stick? Replace it with a stick? Well, I've been ball blocked, ain't feeling so fantastic. Feel free to sing along if you do. I've been ball blocked with 2 little hunks of plastic. Why'd my master do something so drastic? He took my nuts. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a lot of fun. Good night.
Let's hear it for Nathan Hartswick, Chad Smith, and Pat Lynch. Thank you for coming down here. All 3 of them, they traveled down in some pretty crappy weather tonight. And as did you guys. Give yourselves a big round of applause.